Welcome, punks, dumbasses, and cocksuckers, to the Punkery Show, live from the worst city in the world, Las Venturas, a city so snit that it invokes me picking my nose because of how snitty this city is, and just flicking the contents onto the ground because it's a nasty, dirty city. What up, David Devant on the server right now? He called me Daddy. That's a problem. Yeah, that's a problem. It's a big problem. But this
Can I
is.
call you Daddy? Or is it just the issue because he's calling you Daddy?
Well, if I was Hispanic, I'd probably react in a positive way. But we don't do that here. But still, this is the Punkery Show. Let's get into this snit cocksucker, you know what I mean? So, obviously, I had said previously that we're not gonna go here, but I can't get away from it, you understand me? New content was dropped. You feel me? New content is dropped. The Punkery Show got the cover up going. Woo!
What do you mean?
Lots of cover up here. Listen to me, cocksucker. I'll tell you, it was indeed a cover up. Now let me tell you some details, cock. So this will be great for the next content video.
Wait, what are you talking about? I'm even confused now.
Oh, so your boy.
My boy?
Yes, your boy, obviously.
He's not my boy. Who? Greens?
Yeah, your boy made a content
No.
video. Alright. Made a
I'm
content.
not Greens. Please.
You're
I'm
not greens? I said
Like,
your
I
boy.
even-
Wait, what?
I even discouraged him from making the first video. Like, it might be shocking news to you, but he
Huh?
asked some of us before he made the first video, like, Cash, should I make a video? And I said, no, I don't think it's a good idea. So I don't know why you think he's affiliated with
Huh?
me.
Oh, you're talking
He-
about.
He was my good friend in the game, but, like, he keeps making videos, so I don't have anything to do with it.
Okay, it's not. You don't have to defend yourself. Okay, I was joking. Anyway, so it was definitely a cover up, cock. So let me tell you something. All right, let me tell you something. So, obviously, everything in his video is absolutely true. Absolutely true. Let me tell you why. All right, so as it says on the CNR NG website, right? It says that the server is not connected in any way with Crazy Bob's. Now, that is not because, it's a new entity and Crazy Bob ain't here. Remember when I said that there were no head admins in Crazy Bob's like in the NG, the council? That was wrong. It was a lie. It was a lie. Big lie. Big lie. And the reason for that is that there are people, if you've noticed, there are some admins on Crazy Bobs. This is the biggest leak in the history of Crazy Bobs. I may lose my admin for this snit. This may actually happen, guys. So this is must listen to radio. You feel me? Up in the city of LB, must listen to radio. So if you notice, there are a couple of admins in Crazy Bobs, right, that have not switched to the 5M. All right, I'm not gonna say who they are. All right, but those guys are the guys who are the head honchos of the Crazy Bombs, right? Now, here's what it be. CNR NG, right, is, it's like a, when you have a country, right? It's like when you play Just Cause 3, or 4, or, whatchamacallit, what's that Tom Clancy game? Gielan's. Wildlands, yes. It's where you have a regime, right? And you got the rebels. The rebels were trying to make their own country. It's like Kurdistan. The Kurds want to make their own country, but they are, for their own ethnic group, because of course the Kurds are, sprinkled between Syria, Iraq, I guess Iran, and wherever the fuck Kurds are. It's like CNRNG is like Kurdistan, you know what I mean? They want to make their own country, but they don't want those head admins who would not touch FiveM to begin with to know that they want to branch out and make a new server on the FiveM. Alright. These head admins in CNR, like I just said before, they're old school, old fashioned. They probably still use email. Who uses email anymore? People text. They still use email. Alright. They're boomers. Alright. They're PCs. They have Pentium 3s. I think one of them said that they bought a PC a couple of months ago that has an FX 8350. It's like, dude, that shit came out 10 years ago, and you call it a new PC? Honestly. But these admins in CNR that will not, and they're top of the line, top admins, by the way. By the way, there are 3 minutes left in the city, so I'm going to switch to San Fierro when we can, and I'll advertise again. But, these admins are real boomers, alright? And there's been a huge rebellion, or lots of arguments among the admins about where the server is going. And it's all spawned because of these videos. You know what I mean? Well, not really, actually, it was before them. But, still, there was still a group of admins that came up and said, let's make something in FiveM. This will be the best chance to branch away from Crazy Bob's CNR. But they want to do it in secret. You know what I mean? Because he didn't want these head admins of Crazy Bob's to know about that. Because they are Crazy Bob's homers, alright? They hope each and every day that Crazy Bob will come back. He will give updates to the server. And will, yet again, make the server top of the line on this in SAMP again. But they're kind of late on that. Bob's not coming back. These admins are very delusional. You know what I mean? But they're stuck in their old ways, still using fucking email in 2021. Okay? Like, you use email sometimes, but, using email is your, number one mode of communication is a problem. Because you just sit and wait in front of your PC, just waiting for a fucking email. Just text, dumbass, honestly. But, still, so, as the show, what was it, 2 weeks ago, happened, right? The question segment lasted about 45 minutes, alright? And that was one of the first times, because, the head admins don't listen to this fucking show, right? But somebody picked up, or talked about, the Punkery show about the CNRNG, and that's where they first realized that the server was coming on. They listened to the show before it was even uploaded, which is, I think that's a meme, but okay. But the head admins listened to that snit, and they're like, first of all, why is there a CNRNG coming out? I thought we were all 100% all in on San Andreas, SAMP. Fuck multi-theft auto, or SAMP. We've been in this Crazy Bob's thing for 14 years now, because they've been there since, 15, excuse me. They've been here since the very beginning, back when there were no drive-by weapons and all you could do was ram people. So they were very upset that a lot of admins defected and made this CNRNG snit. So, what the head admins wanted me to do was remove the entire segment. And I was like, but head admin, I can't say his name, but bro, then it would just be a 50-minute show. That's a bit low. And then he was like, just do it, or you'll figure it out. So, since he said you'll figure it out, I was like, okay, this is my opportunity to at least, put a part of it in. So I arbitrarily, set a number and be like, I'll take half of this out. Alright? And I didn't, I didn't go question by question. I just heard the end of a question, and then I put the rest in. You feel me? And all that. But and then some cocksucker, I guess, who's listening to the show at the time, who was listening live, he got his fraps out because they used fraps in 2009. You feel me? If you still use fraps in 2009, but in 2021, excuse me, you're a bit late. But he recorded. He gave the audio file. You feel me? And Exposé, cocksucker. Exposé, cocksucker. That's what it be. The toxic admins win again. They win. Actually, no. They got exposed. Absolutely exposed. You know what I mean? Because there was a cocksucker in to listen to that snit. Recorded that snit. They used their fraps. They probably used their entire hard drive to record that part of the show, not knowing it would be Jerusalem. Do you know what I mean? Now, you see, like I said, it's all a Palestine-Jerusalem type situation. You feel me? You know what I mean? It's clashes one after other. Iron, whatever you call it, iron cap missiles, and all this snit. Iron Dome missiles, and all this snits. You feel me? Cover up! Absolute cover up. You feel me? That's what it be. Cover up! Cover up! So there's a huge fight now, as CNRNG has been exposed to those admins who will not touch 5M worth of snits, and they're trying to take the server down. Now, I don't know on what grounds they're gonna do that, because that makes no damn sense, you know.
What?
Freedom of
Really?
fucking speech, cocksucker. Freedom of
What?
speech.
How can it be? Okay, I understand they don't want to be part of it. Some of them might be too old to start the new game or something, right? Or they just don't find GTA fun. But why would they want to take it down? Like,
Oh, I don't know, because
no,
they're old.
no offense, but Crazy Bob's is dead. If it stayed like it is, like you like, even if you would want to implement some changes, you cannot do it because you don't have the man there who would do them, who has the powers. You can have
Men.
10,000 people suggesting new things or suggesting to improve things or whatever, but he's not there. So why, like, it's only natural that people still want to play with their friends or something, so they will just move to the other game. Like, what's so wrong?
Oh, listen. These guys are boomers, all right? So they, like I said, they still use email. Okay, like, come on. Like, if you're in
Okay,
2021,
like,
you still use email, then you have a problem, honestly.
but still, like, there's not a lot of them. Like, I feel like a lot of admins that were on Crazy Bobs are on CNR. Just look at the list of the admins. Like, the only ones that I don't see there, well, this is my observation, but I could be wrong, and I didn't like put a lot of time in it. But like, I didn't see some of the older admins there, like Chivo, I think. I didn't see
Old man.
I didn't see. Oh, I saw Ghost Hunter actually. I didn't see like admins that are probably like entirely gone, like Typhoid Mary, for example. Didn't see her on the new one because I think she's just gone. And who else didn't I see? Oh, and I don't know on what grounds or why. Why did Bebop retire? What is this shit? What is this shit?
He's
He
old.
retired.
He's old, gray, and dying. That's why.
Old
He's
granny? Is that-
old, gray, and dying. He's
He's not
out of
that
commission.
old.
I'm sure he is. I mean, if you're 35 years old and you're saying that if you're a woman you'd play with your own tits, then I think you're dead, honestly. But
He wanted to, like, it took him a long time to become an admin on the old one, right? And that was a bit of grind.
a bit of suck, yeah.
Right?
A bit of grind,
Well,
yes. It's literally it's a
it-
grind. Like,
It took that
Grinding
long for
on
him to get admin on the old one, like, no offense, right? And here he could automatically be just taken over to the new game. Why not take a chance, bro? Like, even if you don't want to play, there might come one day in the future, like in 1 year.
BMUK is one of those guys that uses email in 2021. I mean, come on, dude. Like, if you're above 35, then you still use email. I mean, come on, dude.
I mean, I would just take it, you know? Because, like, what if, like, in 1 year and a half, let's say, like the new server has 100 people and it's fun to play, you gotta be admin and you just refused it from the start.
Oh no 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 no! Here's where it gets juicy. You know the idea of the admin transferring. You feel me? That was oh yes, that was definitely debated about. You feel me? You know, BMUK was like, you know what? Fuck this and all your bitching. You know, I'll just, if I was going to play with my tits, and guess what? I'll just demote myself, right? So I can make a statement. That's what he did. You know what I mean? So, in between the talk of admin transfer, BMUK was the trailblazer, and was like, oh, you know what? I'm just gonna be a beta tester. You know what I mean? He was hoping that other admins would follow suit, and of course, no one would. You know, who would want to do that? You
People don't
know,
want to give up their powers.
who
They
the fuck
want the
would want
full.
to do that? No, absolutely not. You know, if you give me the power, I'm gonna take the power. You know what I mean? You know what I
But
mean?
but I'm actually
Mm.
surprised that BMOC is so. You said those people who didn't want to transfer are the ones that have faith in Crazy Bobs or
Oh
something. They
yes,
want the
they.
community to stay there. I'm actually surprised because specifically because we're speaking about BMOC, he was very critical. He was one of the rare admins that even publicly, like on forums, you can see he is very critical of Crazy Bob just deserting everyone and leaving us behind without leadership, without any sort of attention, anything. So
Oh no.
since he's been so critical of him, you would think that he would be
Oh
eager
no.
to change. You know.
All the cocksuckers that have publicly defamed Crazy Bob, all those cocksuckers are just sad that he has not bequeathed the server to them. You know what I mean? That's what it be. It ain't about Crazy Bob. It's about the transfer of power. And all those dudes that talk something about Crazy Bob, they all wanted the power. You
Oh,
know what I
okay. So
mean?
they wanted him to change the power to them, but they don't want a new game.
Yes. Yes, and they're
Damn.
still hoping for the power. They're still hoping for Crazy Bob to come back. They want to see Mew come back so they can talk to Mew to get Crazy Bob back, even though she's going to block him. Everybody. You know what I mean? But it's still worth the try. You know? You know. That is how it is, cocksucker.
Honestly, honestly, they should try the new game. It's a lot of fun, actually. Like like me personally, I was surprised. Like, yes, there's a lot of bugs still, but a lot of bugs are like probably there's some bugs that just have to do with 5M. Uh, there's a lot of bugs that are kind of minor, like text or like the things could be named better or some stuff like that. But in general, like there's a lot of missions implemented. Like I would say that we are well, not we. I'm not a part of the team, but like the server as it is, I would say it's in a good like 80% way to be already to have already almost as much to offer as CNR, and that's a lot. Like there's a lot of missions and a lot of things to do. So like I was surprised. I thought, okay, there's gonna be a couple of missions and stuff like that. Obviously, like there's not all the variety implemented. Like you have option to fish, but you only fish like you will catch different fish, but they will all sell for the same price, and there's no like weight to it. Like you could catch different size of the fish and stuff on CNR.
I haven't tried it.
But that's like minor. The point is fishing works. You can add like the size later. You can add those stuff. Like the concept works still. The mission works. So I was like surprised. There's quite a lot of things implemented already. Obviously, like
Yes.
there's a lot of little like fixing and twitching and stuff like that needs like the prices need to be adjusted or like little things like that. But like on the concept, like they work. The things that kind of should work like in their design, they kind of work still.
Yes, yes, that's right. I mean, all that is correct and true, but there are just things that some people cannot be convinced of. But let's see. The thing is, the headline is Gweens with 100% rights. The top admins who refused to switch to 5M, they had their grasp like a communist country. They had their grasp. They have carpal tunnel, guys. They had their grasp on the Punkery show. They did the censoring. Listen, I might lose my admin for this, guys. I might lose my admin for this, Snitz.
Yeah, but
you feel me?
What on Crazy Bobs and on NGOP admins?
Oh, well, you know, power is power. So that's the headline Gweens put in the next video. You feel me? The old dirty, the old dirty archaic admins who are too scared to switch to 5M. They got the censor on. They praise Crazy Bob. They get on their knees for Crazy Bob all the day, every day. They have an appendage stuck on their wall that they suck, and they imagine it's Crazy Bob's dick. You feel me? They want to spread down the CNR ideology to CNR NG. You feel me? The people of CNR NG are trying very hard to change the culture. And they've wanted to change the culture since before the server was announced. But these boomer admins on CNR, they want to go up. They want to take it over like some 17th century war. They want to wipe Greece off the map. It's the Ottoman Empire all over again, cocksucker. Imagine living in modern day Greece. Your whole life when it was occupied by the Ottoman Empire. Greece, not a real country. That's sad. That's sad. That's what they want to do, cocksucker. You know what I mean? Put that in the next video.
So I just checked this, right? Today the changelog has been released for those people. I don't know if they have access to it or not, because like people who are not beta testers, maybe they don't have access. But anyway, just today there's been fixed release low, so we had a first update on NG, and I'm checking right now. I literally copy pasted it to count the lines. There's 67 fixes that were implemented. Now, if that doesn't excite you and tells you like the work is being done on this thing to make it better, then I don't know what it is, like, for real.
Wow, how many fixes were there on Crazy Bob's? 0!
Sorry.
0, cocksucker! You boomer ass admins that refuse to go to 5M. Y'all better get with times. Use microphones when you play games, guys. Stop fucking typing. Alright? Stop using emails. Alright? Use instant messaging. Okay? This is 2021. You feel me? 67 fixes in the past couple days. So why am I getting sued? Who's suing me? I got sued. Sorry for your admin loss. Wishing you good luck for your radio and stuff. TY bro, I will survive. What are you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, yeah, that the only thing that is with the new server, like, I hope it takes off and stuff, but we will die, I guess, because people can listen to us in the new game. They can only listen to us in the old game. Yeah,
that's right.
So,
that's right.
But I was also thinking the past week, you know, how funny it is. I mean, you know how C is, like, everyone kind of mocked him and we kind of made fun of him a bit in the past, and like Sam and stuff like that. But he's the dude doing the work now, and Sam, you know, Snoopek, Eric, and those people. So it's kind of ironic, you know, like the people that we thought they couldn't, they did, you know. It's good to see.
All I can say about that is C is in DMH, which means DMH owns the server. Anyway, we're gonna take a break. That's all I wanted to say about that. I didn't want the entire show to
And
be about an expose,
Jesus was
you feel me? Huh?
like when he was kind of meaning me, DMH didn't want to claim him. He was there, but like no one mentioned him. But now that he's making the server, he's like, oh yeah, he's DMH.
He's DMH through and through, cocksucker. DMH owns CNR NG. Put that in a headline, cocksucker. We'll see you in a few minutes on the Punkery Show. Welcome back to the Punkery Show, live from the best city in the world, San Fierro. Your hosts are Rashon and Kesh. It's too bad that you didn't, refute what I was saying in the last segment because I had a very good comeback for you.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay, do a comeback without me refuting.
Well, the setup was supposed to be, Rashon, what? Is this true? Can't be true. And I was gonna be like, oh, Kesh, who do you think they're going to believe? The voice of CNR or a girl who makes edgy jokes in Discord all day and wonders why they don't get respect? That was the comeback. But
Listen, Roshan. Everything that comes out of your mouth, and especially on this show, is a fact, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes.
But it's taken as a fact, bro.
Oh, it's definitely taken as a fact.
Taken as
Most
a
of it,
fact.
most of it is an opinion, but it's taken as a fact more often than not. You know what I mean? So that's how it be.
So if I told you this was all kind of dodgy, right?
Hmm?
This was all kind of dodgy.
Okay, well, your reactions weren't dodgy, so I mean, I don't know. You want to say about that?
People would still believe you, though, man.
Yeah, that's the
Like-
idea.
Like if I said you were lying, people would believe you that you weren't, and I was wrong, right?
Exactly. See, like I just said, who are they gonna believe? The voice of CNR or a girl who makes edgy jokes on Discord and then wonders they don't get respect? I mean, come on.
Nice show.
Who?
Nice show. Good
Who?
comment.
Who?
Good
Who?
comment.
I mean, honestly, that's just how it has been for the entire time. You know? You know? Both said, Rashon, how are you talking in radio after demoting? You don't have to be an admin to be on the radio. Cash is here. What the fuck? What are you talking about?
Actually, at admin is secret. People don't know that.
Yeah. You never know. But anyway, I did have something else I wanted to talk about before the meme. Literally, that entire segment was thought up of 20 minutes before the show started. I think I put it in pretty well. So, earlier this week on the Tenure Discord, Abdel Rahman was getting fucked about again. He apparently was, using the stats bots or whatever. The stats bot, you type in like.
Yeah, you can see your stats.
Yes, you can see your stats. Yes, but it's a bit spammy because it goes down vertically and not horizontally like it did in IRC. You know what I mean? So Renegade, I guess, was like, oh, stop doing that in this channel, even though there is no other channel to use stats in, which I'm confused about. Maybe I'm wrong. So Abdel Rahman, he gets fucked about, and he demands an apology, and then he says, "Let me try to see if I can." From Renegade, yes. I want to see what his exact quote was. Bear with me, cocksucker. Let's see. Abdel Rahman. Fuck. Cox. Oh, here we go. What? Shit, Cox. Well, okay, I can't find it. But he basically, in a nutshell, said, oh, don't give this kind of disrespect to a long-time CBCNR player. And You know, I thought about it. I was thinking about making a donkey today about it. But I just haven't had the time to, because I just get distracted all the time. It wasn't going to be on him, specifically. But all the people that use tenure as an excuse for everything is basically what I wanted to talk about, you know what I mean? Now, first of all, I just wanted to go on the CNR NG forearms, alright? And I meant to do this prior to the show starting, but, obviously, there's interruption.
There's been message posted by Avot in the CNRNG Discord. Sam will rule 5M and Eric Hunt will ascend as supreme leader.
Dumbass.
Are you scared?
Dumbass. No. No, alright, so let me go through a couple of pages here. It's going to be a bit of boring radio of how many years some of these people have been on the server. Alright. Okay, so I'm just going to say numbers in years of how many people have been on the server. Alright. 13, 7, 12, 8, 9, 13, 13, 11, 10, 5, 13, 12, 10, 0, 8, 11, 8, 12, 14, 14 to 15, 12, 11, 10, 6 months, 10,
I
8,
follow how you're beating it.
10, 13, 9 to 10. What the fuck is this? He didn't even put a fucking year. Quite some. 14, 11,
Babu.
11.
Babu.
Of course it's Babel, yes, dumbass. 15, 7, 11, 6 to 7, 8 to 9. What? Okay, 8. 8. 5. 8 to 9. 11. 8. 12. 7 to 8. 8 to 9. 12. Oh, didn't put the fucking here. 11. 2 to 3. 13. 8. 12. 15. 12.
You know,
10,
Rashon, you could actually
9,
do this before
8,
the show
6,
and
12,
get
4 to 5, 13.
No,
but you see,
no.
but you see the point here, all right? You see, yes, a lot of people. Now, here's the thing, cocksucker. When you have a server, right, that is in decline, like this server is, all right, the server does not get new people. Okay, if there were new people on Crazy Bombs, the server would still be full. Okay, most of the people that still play are people who have played for a good amount of time. All right, look at CS Joke. Look at the North American matchmaking. A lot of those people have played for a long time. There are rarely ever any squeakers in North American matchmaking to see this joke. A lot of those people have played for a long time. Now, a lot of them are not good, but a lot of them played for a long time. Whereas you look in Europe, every couple of games you get a squeaker. They're 12. They're a new player. You know what I mean? That's why they have such succulent, that's not the word I want to say, but supple player base. Because there are new people as well as veteran people. Alright, so when a cocksucker... Oh, here's another example. So, it just does... Okay, wait, what was I going to say before I was going to go on the tangent? Everybody has tenure on this server, okay?
Yeah.
Yes. So if Abdel Rahman is like, oh, I've been here for 10 years, and I think Bio mocked him about it, which I think is kind of funny, or true. If Abdel Rahman's up here been like, oh, I've been here for 10 years. That doesn't mean anything anymore. Just give me an example, cocksucker. Let's talk about sports leagues. Alright? If you are a 10-year veteran of a sports league, alright, that is something to hail about, especially because there are new rookies coming into a sports league every year. And there are always new people, players, to look up to veterans. You know, to teach them tips and tricks and all that snits. Especially because there are a lot of people who play 3-4 years and never make it, or don't make it, you know. Or it's tough to be a 10-year veteran, a 15-year veteran. And the percentage of people that play 10 years or 15 years in a league of any sports, it is a low percentage. You feel me? Whereas in this server, if you look, it's Discord, I guess, but even if you look in-game, well, no, there are still tons of people that you would recognize if you pay attention to the community that have played for a very long time. So, when a cocksucker, and I've been asked about this before, and I've never really had a proper answer, like, especially after admins are made, it's like, oh, I've been here for 10 years. Didn't tenure used to matter? How are these dicks that have played since 2018 get admin, but I'm here for 10 years and not a snitz? Well, after Abdel Rahman was, you know, because he's a general idiot, you know, there are times where he literally, like, he actually does get fucked. Because the renegade thing, I didn't understand that, because crazy cocksucker a few hours before was using the stats thing, and he was using it badly, but he was trying to use it, and now it was an apology, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, it's just like the ban or deactivate somebody for speaking their mind, while also saying that you like free speech, which is a contradiction, excuse me. You know, okay, that was but basically, people use their tenure as an excuse to be stupid. And that is not how it be. Alright? And when it comes to, you know, because you look at this clip right now, I can look at Chilla, right? This dickhead has been playing since like 2008. Alright? But he talks like a retard.
I was surprised he didn't make NG, honestly. I mean, I know he's busy with girls or
Yes, he's busy.
But still, like, he spent so much time on Discord. Like, he could play new game in that time.
He's playing women, for sure. But, yeah, but listen, the thing about it is that there are a lot of people on this server who have tenure, who are stupid. And, of course, there are a lot of people on this server that have tenure that are decent people. But when a lot of people on this server have tenure, it is no longer a determining factor for getting anything. Okay, that's number one. Back in the day, you know, Bega and Rakrat, right? Rakrat's got admin beginning of 2013. She played for like 18 months. Bega, he got admin, he started playing 2010. Now, if a cocksucker now got admin after playing 18 months or even 3 years, we'd be like, who? You know what I mean? Now, of course, one of those, at least one of those decisions back then actually worked out. But, still, and even for a cocksucker like me, especially, you know, I've spent longer, I've been on this, I started playing this ever longer than I am willing to admit. You feel me? But if a cocksucker's been here for 10 years, that's 2011. You know, 10 years is 10 years, just like a $20 is $20. But for a cocksucker who's been here like since 2007, like me, I don't consider 2011 to be old. Well, I don't say that word anymore. I don't call it old fag. You feel me? I think pre-2010 to me is what that is. You feel me? That's just my opinion. You know.
Pre what? Pre what?
Pre-2010, like before 20, probably 2010, but pre-2010 definitely. It's a lot. It's much more rare to find a cocksucker who started pre-2010 than it is 2012, in my opinion. So, you know, that's how it be. But, you know, when Abdel Rahman comes out here, when another cocksucker comes out here, you know, and is like, oh, I'm a long-time CNN player. Oh, in all my 11 years playing on the server. It doesn't mean anything. There are plenty of dicks who have played this server since 2011 who are stupid. Okay, it's more than that. Okay, it's more than just your tenure. There are plenty of idiots on the server who have tenure. Abdel Rahman has been on the server for a long time, I guess. Although I didn't know who he was before 2018. But I guess there is a difference between your start date and your perceived start date. Because I remember one time, I had made a forum account on the old forum in 2007 that never got activated. And then I made one in 2009 that was activated. And I said in the topic that I first started playing in 2007. And then Nigel said, I don't know if he was directing this at me or someone else. He was like, oh, don't pretend to be an oldie, bro. 2009 2009. You know? Or something like that. I don't remember what he said. I used to remember. But I guess there's your start date and your perceived start date, it seems. But still, cocksuckers that use their tenure as everything, it's bullshit. You know, first of all, you got a cocksucker who sold his account. I guess he's an admin, because it doesn't matter. He's pre-2010. A cocksucker that bought his account is pre-2011. Let's just say 10 years. So pre-2011. A cocksucker who, you know, spun around like a Tasmanian devil upon losing a Discord role. Pre-2011. I mean, come on, dude. Tenure don't mean a damn thing. Alright, don't mean a damn thing. Especially, in my opinion, when it comes to 2011 people. Like, honestly, dude, honestly. That's new. Yes, David Devad, yes, Kyle Smith, that's right. But, yeah, it's just how it be. You know, if you're gonna use tenure as an excuse for your stupidity, you can go fuck yourself. Just how it be. You know, and people in the senior Discord, surprisingly, have already picked up on that. I mean, Bio is like, oh, you know, picked up on that snit, you know what I mean? So, you know, that's just how it be. You know, don't use your tenure as a fucking excuse for stupidity. That's what it be. You know, there are plenty of cocksuckers who came after who are less of idiots than whoever is making the excuse. You know what I mean? It's just like people, you know, you applying to college, right? And I used to wonder this myself, honestly. But you're applying to college, right? And there are a lot of people that apply to college, right? But you can't accept everybody, you know. It's very likely that a lot of people's high school grades are really good, but you can't accept everybody. So, what other determining factors do you have that would qualify you for getting into this college? And that, even more than the grades, is what may get you in. You know what I mean? So, it ain't all about one thing, cocksucker. You know, Abdel Rahman can sit here like, oh, I've been here since 2011. I am a senior player. Okay? I'm 25 years old. I am from Egypt. I sound American. I even look American. And you should respect me for that alone. It's like, no, I'm sorry, bro. That's just not how it works. Okay? What comes out of your mouth matters just as much as how long you've been on the server. Also, I just made an error. The pitch in the music right now, in the background, is lower than it should be. So if you hear the background song being low pitched, I don't know how to change it, by the way. Cox. Yep, I have no idea how to change the pitch on this snit. So, I'm sorry guys, you just have to listen to the low-pitched music at this point. But yeah, that's what I wanted to get off. Just, I guess I'm not going to do Donkey today now, because I should have done it before this show. But, yeah, I've got too many things to edit. You feel me?
I opened the radio on NG and it's Backstreet Boys. So your music, even if it's wrong pitched, it cannot be as bad as this.
It can't. No, it can't be. What do you say? What do you say? Backstreet Boys?
Yes.
Jesus.
Backstreet Boys, I want it that way.
Yes. GTA 5's radio is not very good, in my opinion.
I mean,
it's
stations.
got a few good stations, but like, and I'm a very diverse music listener, I would say. But outside of the few stereotypical radio stations that you would think I would like, it's not. I like West Coast Classics, Radio Los Santos, Nonstop Pop FM, and the Blue Ock, a little of the Lab, and that's it. It's just the rest is kind of a problem. Vinewood Boulevard Radio is too gee for me, honestly. I think Worldwide FM is probably too gee for me too. So, that's what it'd be. That's what it'd be. What did you say about that, Cash? The tenure thing, huh? What do you have to say about that, huh?
I mean,
I think about my opinion, huh?
Point. At this point, I guess it's a lot of people that have been here for a very long time.
Yeah.
Like this person.
That's right. Once everybody has tenure, see, if everybody in the soccer league is a 15-year veteran, right? It means nothing.
I mean, I understand people were upset a bit when admins were made because there were still some admins made that were much younger than those 10 years, And there were other choices available that were 10 years, but like you said yourself, it's not only the time that matters, so...
That's right. I never at first, I was asked the question and I didn't have an answer, but now I think Abdel Rahman has given me the answer. So, GG. Propel Pat just said you don't like Blonded with Frank Ocean. I haven't listened enough to Blonded to really know. I think I do like Blonded, but I'd have to listen in a bit more. But yeah, that's really how it be. And obviously, I'm not saying that people who have been here 4 years are necessarily better. But, I think that tenure mattered a bit more back then, as, of course, there were more of an influx of people on the server. Because I think CNR really had its player boom in, 2010 or something. Prior to that, I don't really remember the history, because it first was a 32-player server, and then I think it went to 50, and it went to 100. Then there's a second server, I think it was 150, then 100, 150 and 100, and then it just increased. But I think the player boom was somewhere around 2009, 2010, something like that. So everybody before then, the 07s, the 08s, even the 09s, aged better, at least. Especially because there are less of them now than the 2011s, the 2012s, and later. That's just how it be, in my opinion. Let's see, an hour into the show. It's time for the CS Joke segment. You feel me? The CS Joke segment. If you guys just play CNR and no other games, let's turn the radio off right now, because we're gonna get into it for our CS Joke lovers. You feel me? First, I gotta log into Steam on the csjoke.gg's website. Okay. My,
Use 85 or whatever. It's better now.
yeah, it is. But, I kind of like see his joke, stats as well. You know what I mean? Or, I don't know. It's all about preference. Vu got me on Leadify. So if you're a CS joke lover and Vu's CSGO, he's Canadian. You gotta put some respect on your North American CS joke content creators. You feel me? Because all the Borats like Anomaly are retarded. Anyway, so how many games have I played since we were last on? I'd say about 10. But it's been a rough road, you feel me? Been a rough road. So, let's just go through it one by one. So, first game, played some Ancient, obviously. You know, before, after the show yesterday, last week, we were like, is Rashon gonna get his ass to Gold Nova Master? I just got Kona keys. Thank you. Thank you. TYTY, I don't know which one's we started. TYTY called me. So, yes, we ranked up to Gold Nova Master. Ancient game, played with Bega, you feel me? It was another rank disparity type game. A game I probably should have done better in. Because there were 3 silvers in the game. But Bega played very well. We had a Master Guardian in the game, the only Master Guardian in the game, because we had a Silver 1 on the team, obviously. But he was pretty good for a Silver 1, 16-19, not bad. But we won at 16-10, easy game. I had Potato ADR, 76, but Bega did a very good job with 103. Got that rank up to Gold Nova Master, so we're 1 away, Cocksucker. We're 1 away from the Holy Grail. They said I never could do it, but we'll see. I don't want to jinx it or anything because, you know...
You know, then you'll get like in MG ranks, then you want to top the MG ranks. It's kind of smart how they make it like, you know, so it's not like only one rank. You have like multiple ranks in the same kind of like division or whatever, right? So your first goal is like, oh, I want to get out of Silver to Nova, right? And then you're Nova, then you're like, oh, I want to get out of Nova to MG, right?
Yeah.
So it's like...
Well, true, but I never thought that I'd really be close to an MG. Although, you know, I do see some MGs play, and I'm like, I can probably do that.
I think you can get them.
So, you know, we'll still see about that.
Also, I think he's...
yes, he's Ellie now. Yes,
and
must.
He's progressed very fast. I think he went from Nova to like Eagle now or something.
Yes, he's Legendary Eagle, yes.
3 months or something.
Very easy.
But he's practicing a lot, so...
Yes, you gotta get into the workshop maps, which I need to go back into.
It's death matching a lot and stuff.
It's pretty boring, but, you know, just how it be. Next game, another Ancient game. Ancient, not a bad map, to be quite honest with you. It was kind of a snit fest. You know, it was kind of a snit fest. So there are 3 Master Guardians on the other team. Ones. We had a Master Guardian 1 and a Master Guardian 2 on this team. I was kind of potato, 17 and 21. Potato. You know what I mean? ADR on the borderline of what I would call potato, 78s, even though it was the second best ADR on the team. But we had a hard carry in this game. Hard carry. 47 kills, cocksucker. 159 ADR. He was not a baiter bitch. He had a cock. He had 9 first kills. If you have that many kills and you have that many first kills, then you have a cock. Ladies and gentlemen. You know what I mean? 4 4Ks. No one else in the game had 1. So, his name is Green Fates. Probably saying that wrong. Green Fates. Hold on. Yes, Green Fates. Propel Palace to look at something. But yes, his name was Green Fates. Oh, okay. Well, that's It's not cheats, bro. It's a bug. Yeah. Oh. Oh. I've done it. Yes. So basically, he's talking about some guy who's above an interior. You can't do that, bro. It's bug abusing. Anyway. But yes, so thank you, Greenfall, for the carry. He had 47 kills. The next best player in the game had 22. It was a potato game for me, honestly, even though we had a Gold Nova 3 with 43 ADR and a Gold Nova Master with 64. And the MG at 53, so I'm not really sure what to say about that. But still, we won 16-13. We are unbeaten and ancient since it has been put into the competitive map pool. One thing, Cash, I just hate it when people say, you can't play train anymore. Like, honestly, guys, like, do you guys, like, can you differentiate between the pro map pool and the everybody else map pool? You can still competitively play train. It is not in the pro active pool, okay? When cash got removed, that means nothing for people who played the fucking game. Nothing, okay? Nothing. See, it's the same thing when cocksuckers give me arguments about matchmaking and they talk about the pro scene. Bro, I am not talking about the pro scene. Okay? I'm talking about 99.9% of the people that play this game for a rank. Okay? You can still play train. It is just not in the pro competitive map pool. It is 2 slots to the right. It means absolutely nothing for all of us peasants, whether you're a 28-year-old black man like me, or a whatever, they meme your age a lot, or a whatever year-old Slovakian woman like you, or a 13-year-old Russian like half the people in people's games. It does not matter. Train is still a bit of play, so go fuck yourself. Alright? Fuck you and your pro CS joke, honestly. You know? Anyway, let's keep on going. Although I do want to see Ancient being played in the pro scene, honestly. I think that'd be interesting. So, next game, third game of the Gold Nova Master was a loss, 16-14, obviously. 16-14 losses are the worst losses to have, ever. You know what I mean? So, in this game, we were pretty pedestrian. You know, 23 kills in 30 rounds is not good, I don't think. 23-19, so we made it a little bit. Least number of deaths in the game. ADR still potato. You know, gotta find a way to get the ADR a bit up.
Train experience is what you were saying, or
What was that?
you enjoyed your train experience?
I've only played train once, and I have not played train since going to the European grind. I just don't fancy the map. But yeah. So we lost the game 16-14. It was pretty gee because we were up 14-11. Those are the worst games to lose. We just got money fucked and lost the rest of the game. Blackhawk, he had a cock, but you know, yeah, he had 6 first kills and 10 first deaths. So I'm not really sure about that.
So he's a big boy, but no.
Yes.
No skill to like it.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know, maybe he just...
I mean, he just uses meme guns, basically. But yeah, you know, the other team had a cock, though. Of the 30 rounds, they had 20 first kills. So, you know, they had a cock. Even though 3 of those guys were anime dudes, there was a guy on their team named Moo. They won the game. Then he puts a comment on my Steam profile, calling me Turkish something. I think I don't
Based
remember.
on what?
Nothing.
Do you have like that? Are you in that group? Turkish AIM or Turkish people?
No, but some of them I think parse it is. But imagine if we won or tied the game, he would have done that. You know. Mm-hmm. No, for Palpal, we did not play with Mew. We played against the Moo.
Some people have Weibo avatars just to piss other people off. Like I think like on every single
like you?
Smurf of mine, I have have a people picture and a fucking hate penguins. I
Ironic.
mean, hate.
Ironic. But they were talking at the end of the game. They're like, "Oh, you guys are gonna get beaten," and all that. And we choked. You know, we were up 5-1, and we were up 14-11. So you know that's a game that you can't really lose. You know, Parsa. You know, he's an ADR master. You know, 109, but he had 14 assists. So you gotta finish it, man. Like if you're gonna start something, you gotta finish it. You know what I mean? That's just how it be. You know, but 16-14 losses are always the tough ones. You feel me? Next game. Oh, for fuck's sake! The back arrow kills me. Next game we played Mirage with Morons with your host Pucks the Baiter. Played pretty well in that game though. I'm not a very big Mirage fan, and it's not good because it's the most played map in Europe, so you have to be good at Mirage, you know. But pretty good in this one though. 26 kills in 30 rounds. You know, still under a kill a round, but you know, second best in the game rather. We had to bring it back 15-12 to tie the game, so that is good. You know, ADR just a little above potato range, 82, you know. But, you know, Blackhawk ranked up to Gold Nova 1 with that game, which just proves that any idiots can get to Gold Nova 1. If only I knew that 3 months ago. But he ranked up to Gold Nova 1. And, yeah, GG did very well. The Master Guard.
When was the last time you streamed
Last time I streamed 2 nights ago, and it was horrendous. It was horrendous, but yeah, you know, got a tie. You know, 26-21, not bad. You know, kicking some ass. We beat their pre-made, so GG. Next game, if I can stop pressing the fucking back button. The back button is my push to talk, so it'll be very difficult.
Happens to me, like when I'm in Chrome or something, and then I have like push to talk with my mouse, and whenever I talk, it like gets me back to the websites of
It is the worst. Let's see your next game, Poland server in Mirage with Morons with your host Pucks the Baiter. Did average in this game. We kicked their ass 16-5, so I didn't really have to do anything. I was technically 12-12 because I accidentally headshot Xenon with a deagle, obviously. But I got a 1 deag in that round. I had 3 deagle kills in that round. 1 was against a teammate though. So we stomped them 16-5. Kicked ass, you know, easy. Mirage with Morons, and there were 3 Gold Nova Masters on the other team, and they sucked ass. So, you know. Even, average, you know. I'm just an average guy.
What's your favorite map to play at this point?
My favorite map, I mean, it's a revolving door, honestly.
Really?
Like
what? Based on how you feel the given day, or what? Or how
I think
well
so.
you're doing?
Like an early Gold Nova, it was Inferno. But now it's not really bare problems at times. Just how the game plays out sometimes. Because at one point I had an 11-game unbeaten streak on Inferno while I was going through the early Gold Novas. You feel me? I had a cock. You know, going up with banana. Molotov car every round. The CTs didn't know what to do. You know, it was very easy. But you know, as time's going on, you know, you play better players. That's just how it be. Vertigo, I think, is the map that I would play more often than not. Mainly because everybody's a fucking pussy and doesn't play the fucking map. It's actually a really good map, honestly. Like Vertigo is actually a pretty good map. See, what I like is, in Vertigo, you usually never get shot in the ass. Like, there are a lot of times where I check places in most maps where they probably cannot come from, but I check it anyway, right? But in Vertigo, if you get shot in the ass, you know where they came from. You know, like in Vertigo, I rarely get shot in the ass. You know, so that's kind of my play. But I play it usually because no one else plays it. Like there's a game, you know, Bega didn't know the map. President Pope doesn't like the map. None of the purple dickheads, besides Manson, likes the map. You know, so if I were to play that, be by myself. I just think it's
harder to play on higher ranks than on low ranks, because like I feel like on, I don't know, maybe that's my personal view.
maybe.
Or experience, like it feels like on higher ranks, the B-bomb side, you know, when you go from lower, like top, like to the stairs and then towards the B side, it's almost impossible to play that because like cities, if they have good spawn, they can take control of the stairs, and you kind of have like a unfavorable angle to you where like you have to look from down below up, you know. And like if they get control of that, then like your only exit is like to go to A or maybe like mid, but I don't know, it's kind of hard to get on B.
Well, for you it's a nuke, so the same thing.
Sorry.
I said for you it's a nuke. It's harder to play at high ranks. But
Yeah, like I mean, obviously, like some maps play out differently on different ranks. You know? Like as you progress in ranks, you figure out that the maps you played certain way. I don't know, like I'm just gonna make
it
up stuff now,
changes.
but like for example, like in silver, maybe you could push with P90 every round long, you know, and out of long to their spawn, you could almost get with P90. You're not gonna get away with that on the high ranks, right? Just no way you can do it. So
Yeah, like Molotoving car on B in Inferno, you know. Lower ranks, you can just do that and you take it every time.
yeah,
But
so like obviously, you know, different people have different views on the maps also because there are different ranks. Like someone is saying to you like in Nova, oh, Vertigo is a great map and fun to play. You know, they might have completely different experience than someone who's different rank.
we'll get to that. We'll see about that. We'll get to that. Next game, Mirage with Morons with your host, Pucks the Baiter. So this game was probably our worst game in Europe.
Pucks played with you?
No.
Oh,
I'm just saying every
I was
time.
playing some fishing game yesterday. I was
Nasty.
like, what the hell is like poor dude? Like is he that low
Nasty.
in life? He plays like fishing simulators or what?
He is that low in life. But it's the worst game that I've played in Europe, probably. Went 9-23. You feel me? Nasty. Potato ADR 45. But I have an excuse because there was a Master Guardian of the team who went 51-15. His ADR was 194. He had 21 kills with the Deagle and a 90% headshot rating with the Deagle. So, you know, I don't usually like to, because usually when I see your ops cry cheater, I kind of laugh, you know what I mean? But, 51 kills, 19 headshot Deagle kills, I don't know. I may be dumb, but, kind of a little bit fishy. Maybe not. Who knows? But that's a throwaway game. 51-15. That's just how it be. Sometimes. Next game. Here's where the mediocrity really starts. Inferno comes in. You know what I mean? Play with Parsa, Blister, and Present Poe, obviously. You know what I mean? With a random. Parsa did a very good job, 31 kills. He ranked up to Gold Nova Master off of that tie. You know what I mean? I was very pedestrian. Potato ADR, you feel me? Oh, wait a minute. Is there a cheater here? Oh, shit. There's a cheater. Hold on. See, guys, there are times, most of the time when I play this game, right? or get on the CNR.
Like almost every week where we have a show, there are more people.
Yes,
Maybe we
I
should have a show every day. So there's a lot more people.
maybe, but I coincidentally found this guy who I was spectating for the last 25 minutes, and he just cheated. So GG, just how it be. Now I'm spectating a guy named Anal. But anyway, so again, pedestrian. I will go 21-21. Potato ADR again, 69, obviously. You know, this ADR has been really going down as the ranks have gone up. That's why I think I've gotten to my ceiling. But I just want to push the ceiling one more time. You know what I mean? If I can push the ceiling one more time, then I can retire. You feel me? But so yeah, Parsa 31 kills, ranks up. Blister 21-25. President Pope went 10-22 with 33 ADR. Not bad.
Pope started to play a lot better. I mean, a lot better. Like I feel like he's improving. Honestly, like.
In the fundamentals, he's getting better. Yes.
Yeah, he's improving.
He was
Just feels like it.
a bit outmatched.
Even
in this one.
Mustard is like last time.
Oh, yeah. It's a good thing.
So.
It's a good thing. Next game, we go back to Dust 2 with Parsa, Delta, and President Pope. This usually is a formation of people that you want to stay away from. But Parsa most kills, 26. I had 24. Another 16-14 loss though, because greats. 16-14 losses are just the holy grail of CS joke. You feel me? You know what I mean? ADR a bit better, 87, probably because I cleaned up Parsa's assists and all that. My headshot rating was Viva level, 67% headshot rating, which is complete Viva level. I had a 1v3 and an ace in the same round, GG. That's how you do it, you feel me? That's how you're supposed to win games, although we lost the game. President Pope did a little bit better,
You tried Valorant?
I haven't played Valorant in like a year and a half, maybe. I don't.
It's interesting. It has a big community, and
Listen, if I wanted to play Valorant, I'll play CS joke, honestly. But yeah, 16-14 loss, you can't like that. It's just how it be. It's the second 16-14 loss of the session of Gold Nova Master. That hurts a lot. Next game was another 16-14 loss. This time in Vertigo. So, what happened is we had another choke. Alright. We had a choke because we were up 12 to 10. Well, yeah, 12 to 10 in this game. And we ended up losing 16-14. The ranks were a bit interesting in this one. So they had a 5Q or a 4Q. I think it was a 5Q. They had a Master Guardian 2, a 1. Gold Nova 3, Master, and a Silver Elite. We had a DMG, a Master, Gold Nova Master, Master Guardian 1, and a Gold Nova 3 and 2. And the Gold Nova 2 who was bottom of the scoreboard on our team, his name was I Don't Play Vertigo. I mean, at some point you really have to wonder. Yeah.
Imagine like putting yourself like names the maps you don't play. It's like too long name. I don't play Mirage. I don't play Inferno. I don't play Cash. I don't play Train. I don't play.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he's memeing. Let me take a look at his Steam profile. He probably does that. Come on, CS joke stats. This is a live radio show. Let me look at his. Because he's from Poriesti Prahova, Romania. He looks Spanish. His two names are I Don't Play Vertigo and I Am Not Mike Tyson, so I guess he doesn't do that.
There's a dude in Rocket League I played with whose name was If You Rage, You Were the Problem. If you get mad with him that much, you need to rage, then you are the problem.
That might be true, actually. Now, I looked at his joke profile. It says he's played Vertigo 265 times, so I guess he's just memeing. I legit thought that he just didn't play Vertigo, but for him to be on bottom of the scoreboard and play Vertigo all the time, it's, okay, well, interesting. But either way, we popped off in this game. Completely. 33 kills, went 33 and 20. ADR, not potato at all, 105. Nearly a 50% headshot rating, you feel me? We had 4 kills. I had the best rating of percentage rounds at the kill, assist, survived, or death traded, 90% in the game. Should have won the game. Now, there were a few rounds we gave away because we didn't look sandbags. So that was pretty snid. The guy who said, I don't play Vertigo, right? So there was a grill on our team, a Russian grill, I believe. He at first thought that she was a 13-year-old boy, which I guess is, fine to, assume. But then he was like, first he was like, little boy, go to sleep. Then he was like, girl? Oh, girl, I don't play with girls. Fuck, I don't play with girls. And I asked, you gay? And he was like, no, I'm not gay. I just don't play with fucking girls. So I'm like, okay, well, great. But the Russian girl on the team had a cock. She had a cock because she had 7 first kills. She went in first nearly all the time on T side. All right, so she had a cock. All right, she had no trade kills, but she had 7 of her deaths traded, which means she went in first all the time. She had a cock. All right, so this guy that says girl, I don't play with girls. That guy obviously did not have a cock. Well, he had 7 deaths traded too, but the girl on the team had a cock, basically. So, I mean, I can't complain about my team, honestly. Like, the girl had a cock, right? The misogynistic dude was shitty, but he was 12 and 25 is terrible, but you're gonna have that. There's a guy who won 1917. He was Master Guardian. He could have done better. Maybe he had 6 first kills too. He had a cock as well. So I really can't complain about the team. I mean, it gives me something that I had more kills than a DMG. But they had a Master Guardian 2 on their team that's just carried. Second half of the game, he just got it going. Another 16-14 loss, and just how it be. We're in some bad territory, cocksuckers. I don't know what to say. Listen, I killed the Golden Master 12 times, alright? So, I shit on him. You know what I mean? I kicked the Master Guardian's ass, too. Who ranked up the Master Guardian, too. But I kicked his ass 7 times to 3, so... I don't know what else I can do, I really don't. I don't know what else I could have done there, I can't really get mad at I'm not gonna get mad at my team. Just... Kurva control is just too good, you know what I mean? That's just how it be.
When you gonna start playing Rocket League for sure? So there's a new game, new challenge or something.
I haven't played Rocket League in like a long time. I don't know about that.
Is it true that you cannot play Rocket League because you cannot play with ball control video? Ball cam, You always want to play in the first person.
I want to play in the third person. Yes, I don't. The ball cam is just too confusing. The ball cam is too confusing. That's how it be. Next game, 4 more games to go, by the way, and here's where the mediocrity starts, really. So, Dust 2, we get shit on. Play with President Pope and Bega. You feel me? Mediocrity. You feel me? When your entire team is mediocre, you can't really get a win, especially when you got 2 guys on your team who are very good, you know what I mean? I won 19 and 19, Bagel went 20 and 20. President Pope didn't do so well, obviously. We had 2 idiots on the team. A guy named Gypsy, who was spamming his microphone. Couldn't really do much there. ADR above the potato range, 83. You feel me? We had 4 guys with 80 ADR.
So how close you are to the rank, you think?
We'll get to that after we finish these games. Yes, Propel Pat, yes. Oh, the guy who's bug abusing is doing it again. Huh? Okay, hold on. I guess I have to be clearer with this. I gotta be clearer with this. There's a guy named Hustle Mob right now. He's just on top of his interior.
Who's even on the CLR at the moment?
Give me a second. I gotta... I gotta tell this guy to stop going with the interior. Fucking cocks. I didn't properly warn him last time, so I'll do it this time. Because next time he does, he'll get disabled. Who's on CNR right now? Let's see. Liz, SS Terry, Asian M, AVT, Samad Robber, Mahmoud Dari, Crown Clown, Sisty, Propel Patch, Robert Gween, Daddy 20, David Davad, Rob Banks, Tusher Killer, Cholo Chip, and Hustle Mod. Those are your CNR players. Those are your CNR players right now. Yeah, there's a lot of tenure in all those people, obviously. But yes, we got our ass kicked. 16-9 does too. Next game. I'll answer that question after. Next game was a 16-13 loss. T-side, I was really good in this Inferno game. David Davad, that's your name, right? David Davad, excuse me. Or David Davad, 3 ways to say, I guess, but I'm not sure what country you're from. But this Inferno game, 16-13 loss, I was great. T-side, had a cock. Well, still, great T-side. CT side was horrendous. Hey, Pal Pat, listen to me, you're wrong, okay? First of all these are losses, alright? So you can go kiss your fucking mother.
Probably likes you a lot.
He said no, he's busy jerking off to his CSGO results. Go fuck yourself. Anyway, so I finished 17-19, very what's the word again? Huh? Underwhelming.
Yeah.
Bagel 22-22. President Pope 22-23, not bad. So he did better than I did, obviously. Even though his headshot rating was 5%. That's interesting. But yeah, there are a lot of big mistakes in this game. We got our ass kicked. We were up 13-9 and lost that game, so another choke. So at this point, I was on a 6-game winless streak and a 4-game losing streak. So at this point, I was like, the D rank may actually happen, cocksucker. You know what I mean? Until I played 2 games yesterday. One was a nuke game, 16-12 win. Alright. Again, very average, 21-20. Very average, guys. As time goes on, I've just gotten very average. I'm serviceable, you know. President Pope, he ranked up to gold level 1. What game was it?
More, like, have to dump much and stuff. Play with bots and stuff.
Yes, play with boots. Yes.
And you're not gonna be underwhelming.
Yes, I have to not be underwhelming.
Like the alpha again of the game. You know, you remember that feeling in the silver when you knew you were so much better than the rest.
Yes.
You
Yes.
knew.
I knew. Yes. I kicked ass every game. You know, every game I kicked ass. You feel me? I gotta get back to that. You know, get back to that. Plus, I have a bet. We'll get to that in a bit. Last game was a win of Mirage with Morons, with your host, Pucks the Baiter. Half of this game, I was not really paying attention to the game because I was trying to get John. You know what I mean? So I was alt-tabbing very often to try to get John. But, you know, everybody else, you know, really got it going. Seaside 16-8 win, easy game. I had less kills than Viva, which is interesting. But still, we did our parts. You feel me? The entire team went positive. You feel me? They had a Master Guardian go 8-22 in their game, so not bad. So we've won 2 in a row, which has gotten us up out of the pits of the thought of D-ranking, because that was the first 4-game losing streak that I had since the first week of April, and it's the longest winless streak I've had since playing in North America. Excuse me. But your question about how close do I think I'm to Master Guardian? Well, I think we're middling. I don't think we're there yet. That's not there yet. I just now canceled out a 4-game losing streak with 2 wins. So, at least with those 2 wins, maybe we're not going to D-rank, but we still have some work to do before up ranking. We have to try to get out of the stage of mediocrity that we're in right now, because in the last 6 games, my plus minus has been +3, no higher than +3, or no lower than -2. So a lot of mediocrity going on. So we've only had 1 game where we've popped off. That was the Verdo game. That was a loss. So we gotta pop off. We gotta go to the. We gotta practice in snits. As Al and I always know what to say. We gotta practice. Plus I got a bet to uphold. You feel me? So that's how it be. Gotta get to Master Guardian, then I can retire. That's the serious joke segment. God, okay. How long have we been here? Too long. We've been here too long. That's how it be. So, that's the end of the Punkery show, you feel me? Next week, hopefully we can come back here and say we got the Master Guardian. I doubt it. But it'll be a slow process, you feel me? I gotta get some solo queue games in, you feel me? Because there's too many pussies that can't play Vertigo. You know what I mean? Or Ancients. You know what I mean?
Well, you should have added that girl who was not pussy and she went in first.
Well, I don't know if she speaks English, so I'm not too sure about that. You know what I mean?
Maybe you can hand gesture her.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's probably not enough. You know what I mean? But that's
Let's quit this.
Yeah, that's gonna do it for the Punkery Show. Jam-packed episode, you feel me? Take it of what you will, you feel me? You know what I mean? And that is how it be. So,
When your new Green Studio?
who knows?
We will talk about it next week if it's released.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
You already broke the rules once.
Well, yeah.
We have this agreement. Well, there was a say of no more green stock on this show. But...
Yeah. So much for that, Sid, huh? Sometimes you just gotta, stick with the trend. You feel me? But anyway, new video of the Road to Joke Nova coming up. I've later today or tonight. Watch that, snits. We're getting close to the end of the Road to Joke Nova. The final episode's gonna be a doozy. You know what I mean? So, that is how it be for Kesh. This is Rashon. We'll see you next time on the Punkery Show.
Bye.